on RESHOEV8N8R Nation. I'm Jordan, and today we are going to be cleaning up these 2022 Fire Red Jordan 3s. Now I know they didn't drop too long ago, but we were able to get a used pair on eBay, and then we dirtied them up a little bit more. We will be using the RESHOEV8N8R Essential Kit, but before we get into this cleaning, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. If you like today's video, hit the thumbs up button, and make sure you leave a comment if you agree with Vic that this is the most overrated sneaker of 2022. Let's get started. Our cleaning station is all set up with everything that you will find in our essential cleaning kit. It has the 3 different brushes, the 4-ounce solution, and the microfiber towel. We also grabbed a couple other products from our cleaning arsenal with our cleaning mat, drying rack and bowl combo, and the shoe tree, which is an absolute must for holding the shape of your sneaker. Now you already know we only clean one sneaker on the channel. We will clean the other one off camera, but for before and after purposes, I'm going to be setting this sneaker to the side. Now that that's out of the way, for the first step of this cleaning, we will be removing these laces. Got the laces removed. They are going to be soaking in our bowl of water. Since they are white laces and they are super beat, I'm going to leave them in there the entire cleaning and then show you how to clean them at the end. Next step is just to insert our adjustable shoe tree, but I am noticing some debris on the inside of the sneaker, so I'm just going to shake that out. I'm also going to be removing the insole of this sneaker so that we can give it a deeper clean, and I'm just going to set it aside until the end of this cleaning. Now that the insole is out, I will be inserting our adjustable shoe tree. These are a size 9 in men's, so we're just going to adjust it to about the 6th hole. Shoe tree is inserted. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it will help us to put more pressure on this toe box when cleaning. Also, it'll hold the shape of the sneaker. Since they were used, they do have some creasing on the toe box. The shoe tree won't 100% get rid of the creasing, but it definitely will help. So we're ready to add 2 squirts of solution to our bowl of water and get to scrubbing. Now that we did add our 2 squirts of solution into our bowl of water, we will be scrubbing the entire uppers using our soft bristle brush. Now this is the softest in our 3 brush pack, and it does create the most bubbles. It gets the shoe all nice and sudsy and will break down all of that surface dirt. We're just going to be dunking it into our bowl of water, and then we'll get to scrubbing. I think the soft brush did its thing. Told you guys it was gonna get super bubbly. Went ahead and broke down all of that dirt. Now we're just going to be using our microfiber towel to wipe off all of these suds. Got the soap all wiped off. Now this leather is looking way better than it did before. I am noticing some deeper staining in the sock liner as well as the stitching. It's to be expected. So we're just going to be moving on to our medium bristle brush. We'll hit that deeper staining as well as this midsole, and we'll move on with the cleaning. Ooh. Also, the medium bristle brush is a little bit stiffer than our soft brush, but it is still delicate enough that you can use it on materials such as leather, all on the uppers, but it also is really good for breaking down those deeper stains on the midsole, sock liners. Wherever you want to use it, it'll work. You just have to be a little bit more careful since it is a little more stiff than the soft bristle brush. I went ahead and used the medium bristle brush on a majority of this sneaker. I did use it over on the uppers just because of that stitching. It still looks a little bit dingy, as well as on the sock liner, and then took care of this midsole. Now I am noticing some deeper staining on this back tab of the 3s, as well as right here on the front there is a little bit of grass stains that the medium bristle brush did not get. I don't want to use the stiff bristle brush on these parts just because it is super close to this elephant print. So I'm going to be using this microfiber towel trick to get those stains out. You just put your finger in the towel, dip it into your bowl of water and solution, and then use your finger to push out all of those stains. So I did go ahead and use the microfiber towel trick. It did help on most of the staining. However, I did notice that on this back tab, I scrubbed all of these stains, but it does look like these are actually scuffs. As I mentioned, I don't really know what this person did to these shoes prior to us getting them because they did come from eBay, but it does look like they might have just been kicking their sneakers off. Maybe they weren't untying them and just forcing them off by pushing them with their toe. I'm not really sure, but it does look like there is some permanent damage. A little bit of paint chip right here on this red paint, some on the white, and then as I mentioned, the scuffs right there. So when you're taking off your shoes, make sure that you're not just kicking them because you can for sure cause damage on these sneakers. For the final step of this cleaning, we are just going to be hitting this grungy outsole using our stiff bristle brush. All done using the stiff bristle brush on the entire outsoles. Now the stiff bristle brush is the stiffest in our arsenal. You might be able to tell by the name, but it's really good for breaking down all of that dirt and grime from daily wear on the bottom of your sneakers. The outsole is always going to be the grimiest part of your sneakers. It has that trapped in dirt. You might have stepped in some gum. So it is great for breaking all of that down and bringing your outsoles back to perfect. That's gonna wrap up the main treatment on this sneaker specifically. For the last steps, we are going to be cleaning the insole using the medium bristle brush and then taking on these laces that have been soaking the entire cleaning. Got the sneakers all cleaned up and all of the insides with the insoles and the laces. So now we're just going to be going to set these to dry on our drying rack for the next 24 hours. Now, if you don't have a drying rack at home, you can always use the sun, but it is super important to note that you do not want to put sneakers in the dryer. You can put them in the washing machine, but do not put your sneakers in the dryer. You can ruin them. They might shrink. It's just overall not a good idea. But before I walk away and put these on the drying rack, I just want to show you guys this cleaning mat and tell you exactly why you should have a cleaning mat when you're cleaning your station. Look at this mess. It would have been all over my table if I didn't have this. So make sure you pick one up at RESHOEV8N8R.com and use my promo link in the description. I'll get out of here now. I'm back. We went ahead and let the shoe dry overnight on our drying rack. And as you can see, these results are looking great. Now I am noticing a little bit of lint left in the sock liner as well as on the back of this tongue. So I'm going to be removing that using our handy dandy lint shaver to give this shoe just a little bit more attention to detail. All laced up and got the before shoe right up here. Now I have cleaned 3 different Jordan 3s on this channel. In fact, my first ever cleaning was on a Jordan 3, and I can happily say that these ones cleaned up the best. Just look at these before and afters. Now we achieved these results using the RESHOEV8N8R Essential Kit that you can pick up at RESHOEV8N8R.com and use my link in the description to save 10% off. We scrubbed the entire uppers using that soft bristle brush, medium bristle brush on the midsole, and you already know we took care of this outsole using the stiff bristle brush. Cleaning your sneakers doesn't have to be hard. All you need is RESHOEV8N8R. If you liked today's video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and let me know in the comments where you rank the fire red colorway out of all of the Jordan colorways. Also, don't forget to hit that bell so that you get notifications when we drop new videos every Monday and every Thursday. I'm Jordan, and I'll see you guys again soon in the next Shoe Care Academy video.